How to build low-profile automotive work ramps. Here's a list of the tools you'll need. A power drill, a saw, 1/4 inch by 3 inch wood screws, 24 total, a straight edge, eye and ear protection, and a dark marker or Sharpie. For materials, you'll need two 2-inch by 12-inch by 10-inch wood planks, and lastly a 2-inch by 12-inch by 16 feet wood plank. This is the largest available pre-cut plank at Home Depot. They'll be able to cut it in store to the sizes you need, so don't worry about it being too big for your car. This one plank will be able to make up the base of both ramps. Here's a complete list you can pause at to make sure you have everything. If you want to follow mine exactly, these are the exact screws I used to make mine. Have the large plank cut down into a total of 8 pieces, 2 of each, 35-inch, 27-inch, 20-inch, 14-inch. This should be the exact length of the plank you buy. Once you have your planks cut, you will need to take a saw and cut the ends at 45 degrees like so. A circular saw is highly recommended as it will only take you about 30 seconds per plank as opposed to hand sawing it for about an hour. With your saw unplugged, line up the angled blade with the end of the plank. Mark its location with a Sharpie and use a ruler, straight edge, or level to make a guideline for your saw. Cut the plank with your saw following your guideline you made. Remember, take your time and don't rush. This is a power tool, so exercise caution and use ear and eye protection. It will cut through the planks very easily. Repeat this for each plank like so. Once each plank's angle is cut, you will now screw the ramps together using your drill and wood screws. Self-tapping screws will make this easier, just make sure the screw head is flat. Stack the largest and the second largest planks on top of each other. Slide your hands around it and make sure they're lined up. Using your Sharpie, mark approximately 2 inches in on each corner so you know where to put your screws. Repeat this for each plank. Take your screws and drill them into the plank at each corner. Make sure the plank stays aligned and the screw goes all the way down, creating a near flat top surface. A pilot hole can help if you're having alignment problems. You should now be at this point with good alignment and a nice firm mounting. Stack the next plank on and repeat the same mounting process you used on the previous plank. When you put the screws in, be sure to move it about 1/2 inch closer to the center, that way it doesn't crash into the screw on the plank below. Repeat this process for the rest of the planks. Once you reach this point, it's time to attach the back stopper that'll prevent you from rolling off the edge of the ramp and damaging your vehicle. These are made with the 2 by 12 by 10 inch planks of wood that you have. Now for my car in particular, the 10 inch stopper is low enough for me to get it under my car. Some cars might be a little higher, might be a little lower. You have to make sure this will fit under your vehicle. Using your marker, draw a line at the center of the third and bottom plank. Continue around to the front of the stopper plank and mark it about 2 inches in. This is where we'll drill our pilot holes for the final screws. Do this for each side. Once you've made all 4 marks, drill the pilot holes through each mark. A pilot hole is recommended for these screws to minimize the chance of splitting the wood. While it doesn't have to be perfect, try to keep it as close to the center as possible like so. Once you have all the pilot holes drilled, begin to drill in the remaining screws, attaching the stopper plank to the ramps. They should go in without much trouble. Make sure the screws went in fully and have a nice flat back. While it's obviously not necessary, I decided to paint it with some flat black paint I still had left lying around. This will help break up a bit of that lumber look if that bothers you. After this, your ramps are complete. This will give you plenty of room to work with under your car and are excellent for making small repairs and fluid changes. Make sure you're lined up before driving up them and have someone help guide you up if they're around. Be sure to leave a like and enjoy your new self-made ramps.